Welcome to the channel, everybody. Huxbucks here. Today, I'm going to be diving a little bit deeper into 2023 Topps Chrome basketball, specifically Victor Wembanyama autographs. I think I figured out how many Victor autos are actually in Topps Chrome and how many are going to be in circulation running out there when all this product is opened at the end of the day. Chrome has been insanely popular for reasons almost entirely beyond what my feeble mind can comprehend. Honestly, it's hideous looking, and it's not because it's unlicensed. You can do unlicensed right. Look at Leaf. Look at Composite. Composite looks pretty decent. Chrome, however, looks like it was beaten more than a few times with the ugly stick. The Photoshop job on some of the cards is just downright offensive. The choice of photos is suspect, and the lack of an action background combined with the design choice, I have to say, is just kind of lacking. The draw is, of course, Victor Wembanyama and LeBron James autographs. And let's be honest, the only reason you're opening these are for those autographs. Those are literally the only cards that justify the secondary market prices for any of these boxes, both hobby and retail. So I wanted to know, what's it going to take to get a Wemby autograph? We'll get to that in a bit. I'm going to quickly go over the value sheet I put together. It's much more comprehensive than the other video I did. And if you like numbers, you've come to the right place. And I promise I'll have some rip videos later this week. Before we dive into Einstein's wet dream, I want you guys to know I have a giveaway going on for the month of September. To enter, just be a subscriber, and on any September video, like that video, leave a comment on that video. Every video gets you one entry into the giveaway. Details are in the description below. All right, let's get down and dirty. First, I have a disclaimer. On these, I had to guess on the Blue Basketball Future Star autograph numbering out of the Megas. They haven't been released, and I cannot find any info anywhere online. I'm assuming they're out of 5 because it puts production runs more in line with what is typical between Blasters, Megas, Hangers. And second, the Future Stars autograph checklist hasn't been released. Either that or I can't find info on it anywhere. So I'm taking a guess here and putting it at 38 for two reasons. One, it mirrors the certified rookie autos, which is the only other rookie set. And two, that number puts production runs in line with Superfractor distribution. So first we'll take a look at numbered cards. If you want to get numbered cards, you're just going with hobby. The only numbered card you can pull out of retail is a Superfractor. It should be noted I'm using pre-order prices for all these values. You can just about double it if you're paying secondary market prices. As you can see, Breaker's Delight is the best for numbered cards if you compare it to other like numbered cards. So like a gold is out of hobby is $3,000 versus a gold out of Breaker's Delight is 48. And that trend just continues on down. You can get Superfractors out of Delight, but they are your worst per dollar. And what's kind of surprising is if you are chasing Superfractors, the blaster boxes are your best per dollar by quite a bit actually. Actually, all of retail, if you're chasing a Superfractor, is the best. Of course, this is the non-numbered. I don't believe that's been pulled yet. I know the Superfractor Wemby autograph has been pulled. That came out of a hobby box or a Breaker's Delight. Not entirely sure. All right, let's move to non-numbered cards. Refractors are the only non-numbered parallel that's shared across every format. And if you want a refractor, blaster boxes are the way to go, followed by hangers. They're all fairly common. The pink basketball is the hardest to pull out of the blaster boxes out of all the non-numbered parallels. Prism and negative, which is kind of surprising, are only in hobby. I think anyone who's opened Chrome Baseball is kind of used to and accustomed to the prisms and negatives being in retail. All right, let's scoot on over to the autographs. One side note, the Future Stars base I did in my previous videos, I had swapped the monster and hanger odds, so these values changed a bit, actually quite a bit. If we take a look at autographs, it's not surprising that the Breaker's Delight is your best per dollar to get an autograph and to get a low numbered autograph. If you just wanted to pull a base autograph, your best bet is actually out of retail to go after the Future Stars base and either the blasters or the hangers. Hobby is pretty decent for chasing autographs. You know, it kind of sits in the middle of the pack on most things, except on maybe the reds compared to the breakers and the geometric designs. They get kind of blown out of the water. And actually, what I found surprising, the certified orange basketball autos, those don't have rookies in them, and they're numbered to 25, but it's a pretty good dollar per to chase after those. Same thing with the Future Stars orange basketball. That's a pretty good value there comparatively. And the blue basketball, which are numbered to 5, are quite expensive and a tough pull for sure. And next we'll go over the short print and super short print inserts. Retail has just one short print, that is DNA. Blasters have the most parallels for DNA with 3. The Megas have 1, and the Hangers have 1. The green is definitely easier in the Blaster versus the Mega. The Hanger, the lone orange basketball, is the toughest parallel pull out of DNA in retail. And then for hobby, there is a slew of short print inserts, 6 in total. They're all relatively the same odds. You got Rockstar, Superfly, Exposé, Helix, Let's Go, and Radiating Rookies. The super short print one is the LeBron Time Machine, and I estimated there's about 50 of those, 51 of those printed in total. I'm going to cost you nearly $300,000 to pull one. Good luck. Let's move on over to production runs. The way I figure out production runs is I got to find one numbered card for each format that's specific to that format, and I take that and I can extrapolate that to figure out how many total cards there are, how many total packs there are, packs per, and I can figure out box totals and then case totals. And I know the Superfractor odds, and so then I can figure out the distribution in Superfractors across all formats. Basically, if you total these up, it's going to be 189 Superfractors in the base set, which it's a 190 card checklist, but I rounded decimals, so it does work out. There's either one extra Superfractor in hobby or the hangers. And if we look over here, got a nice tight little window here, the total amount of cases produced, you can see, as you'd expect, a lot more retail printed than anything. There were a lot of blasters printed, twice as much as the Megas and twice as many as the hangers. It was printed, but it wasn't printed like a Series 1, not close to that. I think like a Series 1 flagship baseball. This past year, there's like 130,000 hobby boxes, something like that, and 130,000 jumbos. So in hobby, you only got 50,000 hobby boxes produced. So it's not a low print run, but it's not super high either. All right, let's get to what you really wanted, and that is the Wemby autographs. What's it going to take to get a Wembanyama autograph? So if you look here, this is a distribution of the number of autos for every particular card that's available. And as I said, I am pretty confident in my numbers because the per player, it worked out just about perfect for a numbered parallel. So let's take, for instance, the 72 base gold came out to 51. There's probably a decimal point in there, to be honest. The black wave came to 10, the red came to 5. So it worked itself out. That's how I knew my math was kind of relatively sound, but I could totally be wrong. I am an idiot, by the way. So as you can see, hobby spread over 3 different sets for the base. Retail is just over 1, and breakers is spread over 3 different sets. Breakers doesn't look that impressive, but it does have a limited production run if you're just looking at the raw total numbers there. So then I broke it down into just by the format for hobby, breakers, blaster, mega, and hangers, the total autos in each. And you can see in hobby, there's 933 Wemby autos, breakers, 326, blasters, there's 562. But remember, there's a ton of it produced. Megas, 139, and hangers, 210. If you divide that from non-retail to retail, in non-retail, that's hobbies and breakers, 1259 versus retail, 911. And that puts us at a total number of Wemby autos in Topps Chrome at 2,170. Honestly, I don't know if that's a lot. Sounds like a lot. I would kind of be interested to know how that compares to like how many Luka autos there were in, say, Prism. That would be an interesting exercise. Maybe someone has that number and they'd like to share. How much is it actually going to cost to pull a Wemby auto? I broke it down by format. So first, this is if you're paying pre-order or retail prices. So $290 for a hobby, $325 for breakers, $30 for a blaster, $50 for a mega, and $15 for a hanger. It's going to take you 54 hobby boxes to pull Wemby auto. That's $15,000, actually nearly $16,000 to pull any Wemby auto. Breakers, it's going to cost you $13,000. In the middle of the pack, you got the blaster. It's going to take you 671 boxes at $20,000 for a Wemby auto. And the hanger's not far behind at 1,356 boxes. And the megas come in dead last. It's going to take you 652 boxes, only $32,000. The math changes a little bit if we plug in secondary prices. And that's because hanger boxes have 4x'd for resale. I couldn't tell you why, but they're about 60 bucks for hangers, and that puts them almost second to worst with the megas at over 80,000 per Wemby auto. The blasters come in third at 40,000, hobby second at 31,000, and the breakers at 25,000. I know it's a favorite saying of breakers, that's almost Tesla prices. And keep in mind, that is any Wemby auto. Could be a base auto, could be a gold, could be a Superfractor. This is just the average cost to pull any Wemby auto. What I get from all this is that, and I hope you do too, is if you're opening Chrome to get a Wemby autograph, because that's probably what's drawing you to the product, it's not realistically obtainable. Most high-end cards aren't. You know this, I know this. Hopefully this puts it into perspective. I know what you might be thinking. Maybe you're thinking a Wemby Refractor could save your box. You could still chase that auto. You can fall back on a Wemby Refractor. I'm here to tell you, it won't either. I broke down the cost for a base Wemby Refractor. The cheapest is going to be the blasters, not unsurprisingly, at $6,500, followed by the hangers at nearly $8,000. Then you got the hobby boxes at $9,000, then the megas over $11,000, and then the breakers. Whew, but you're not opening the breakers for a measly refractor at $61,000. So no, pulling a Wemby Refractor is super hard. Super duper hard. And I know it feels like I'm bagging on Chrome, and I kinda am. Chrome has been advertised and positioned by fanatics wonderfully. Their entire marketing department probably deserves a raise. You throw in the manner in which some breakers have gone about hyping this product, acting like it's the resurrection of some lost great deity. And this has to be in contention for product of the year, right? Right? I mean, everyone's acting like it is. Everyone I see on the YouTube and whatnot and Fanatics Live, well, it's more likely to get a hobby Razzie, to be honest. In my opinion, at least. Also, keep in mind, these prices you're seeing Wemby base, his refractors, numbered cards, and his autos aren't going to hold. Release week prices never ever hold. They don't. It's the equivalent of flea market dentures. They just never stay in place. And the design isn't doing Chrome any favors. It's downright offensive. I don't plan on opening a single box of Chrome personally, but you can't hold me to that. I am a degenerate pack ripper. Now, if you could somehow travel back in time and snag a box of hobby for pre-order price, then I'd say, yeah, give it a shot. I would. But that's not the world we live in. We live in secondary market resale prices. Hallelujah. I do hope this gave you some perspective into Chrome and just how hard it is to pull a Wemby autograph. That's not to say the idea of chasing possibly a generational talent isn't exciting, and I wouldn't fault anyone for buying a few retail boxes at retail price. I'm currently fighting the urge. However, I would hunt you down and throw a bag of steaming dog crap at your house if I found out you paid markup prices. I kind of want to make it my personal crusade to get people to stop buying at resale prices. Oh, noble one. So there you go, there you have it. If you guys did like this kind of video, and you do like opening videos, I do those, I promise, consider subbing to the channel. At the very least, hit that thumbs up button, even share the video with someone. I do want to thank you for spending even just a minute of your time with me today. Till next time, peace.